James Melendez, welcome to my tasting table. This wine glass is next. This is called Prestige. It's a Burgundy wine glass. I'll review this and compare this against these two wine glasses here. So stay tuned. I'll give my thoughts, impressions, and point score on this glass. So this is the Prestige wine glass. I looked online and I think this is from a restaurant supply. I got this in a wine tasting club I belonged to years ago. And it's one that I find to be very, very unremarkable. It's not a terrible wine glass either. I've had some wine glasses that are truly terrible. This is not that wine glass. It's very diminutive. Look at the foot here. Here's a picture. And so it doesn't really have any problems in terms of, say, the connection, and it's not going to have any sort of spill capabilities, but it's also not very attractive either. This is a very small stem from foot to the bowl, and this is actually pretty small itself. This has a nice surface area in terms of what is being poured here. The same amount is being poured through each of these three wine glasses. I use this Riedel glass here. This is a tasting glass. I filled out the same amount per each glass times 2 of this particular pouring. The idea was you pour the same amount per each experience of the wine you're tasting. And so I did that amongst these glasses here. So it's the same amount of wine in each wine glass. It's the same wine. It's a Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. And I definitely am very, gonna pour a Cabernet or Bordeaux wine in a Burgundy glass. I'm totally fine with that. I have no issues with that. And I'm also gonna pour it in a Bordeaux glass. You definitely find that Bordeaux glasses are nice to have, but they're not a must have. I definitely think that a Burgundy glass is a must have. So here in this glass is something that, while it's not even attractive, you might ask, well, does it perform well? And so if I looked online, I find that this is in restaurant supply. I find that this is perhaps a promotional wine glass. So this is something I thought, I don't get a true sense unless I taste it against these two glasses here. These are 98-point wine glasses. This is a very expensive glass. This is Riedel Grand Cru Somm. This is $100 to $125 per stem. This is Spiegelau. It's about, I would say, $25 per stem. And so this is a handmade, hand-blown wine glass. This is going to be machine-made, and this is definitely a machine-made wine glass. So each of these perform differently. I get a much fuller and captivating characterization on these two wine glasses here because I think they do a fantastic job of that particular framing. Why that's really important is that's how we're going to taste the wine. And so if something is held back even slightly, well, that means you're not going to taste the wine fully, completely. And so I think that's the experience of this wine glass here. So I'll do a quick taste on this and give you some characterization. So the nose is presenting with blue and blackberry notes, as well as a bit of thyme and characterization of spice notes and outdoorsy notes as well. Next is a palate characterization. Mineral, graphite-y, red and black bramble notation. And so it tastes decently. It's delivering wine as it should. Now this is a Spiegelau. Just do a quick review here. A little more defined in terms of the nose. It is, first of all, I think there is some bounce back because the angle is relatively sharp here. And so hopefully that is actually coming out in terms of the characterization of the wine. But I would say this, even though these are both 98-point wine glasses, these perform differently. This is one of my favorite wine glasses. I use it all the time. Even casually when I'm just enjoying a wine that I'm just not even reviewing, just open up a bottle of wine to enjoy on its own. So on this red and black bramble notes, outdoorsy notes, forest floor, and suede notes as well. Next is a palate characterization. Now, what I find interesting between these two wine glasses, a lot of pepper, a lot of spice notation on this, and that's because the nose is delivering the particular wine in a very different manner. So let's try this wine here. And so this is a Riedel Grand Cru Somm. So on this, I'm getting a notation of spice, red and black bramble, pepper note, as well as a bit of outdoorsy notes. And next, a palate characterization. So this is red and black bramble notes, cherry notes. Additionally, on this wine, I'm getting a characterization of spice notes, blackberry, pepper, clove, and violet notes. So a bit of a red floral notation here. So these two perform very, very nicely, and I believe authentically. And so I very much would lean on these wine glasses and serve them for my dinners in my own home. I'm not going to use it again. And it's 85 points out of 100 points. So if you follow my numbers, that's a relatively low number scoring. You might view that as a B, and that's fine. A lot of people think that really a good review of a wine or wine glass is maybe 88 points. And a lot of people don't even give a number assignment to a wine glass, so probably that's not a very accurate measure. But when it comes to, say, bottle reviews, 88 points is really that marker between a wine that you really want and perhaps a wine you don't want below that number. So 85 points is not really, giving such a terrible ranking on this. I've tasted wine from a terrible wine glass that has a much lower rating on a inferior wine glass or a terrible wine glass design. I definitely mark it as such. So 85 points out of 100 points. And so when you have an opportunity to spend a little bit more, maybe you can't spend 125 per stem. Got it, understood. But this is a Spiegelau Definitions wine glass. They have a Bordeaux glass, which I'll be reviewing shortly. I think it does a nice job of performance. It cleans well. So I've broken Grand Cru Somme 1 in 10 years, which is not a bad track record. When I think about all the other wine glasses that I've broken, this is the Definitions, which I've broken 1 per year. And so this, I've given away the other wine glasses because I just don't think they perform nicely. They're not attractive at all, in my opinion, compared to some glasses I've tasted here in terms of restaurants and wine tasting events. It's actually a better wine glass than other wine glasses that I've tasted from, but it's still not remarkable. So 85 points out of 100 points. Thank you for watching today. Questions and comments down below, please list them, and seek out the best wine glasses for your guests. So thank you for watching. I will see you very soon. You'll find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress. Thank you for watching. Come back for more, and I will see you very soon. Santé.